Today I get a chance to interview Joel Godard, the announcer of the former television program Late Night with Conan O'Brien. He's appeared in hundreds of comedic sketches. He's a hilarious guy. We've got him here. Check out the interview.
Hello, so I'm Ted, and I'm here interviewing Joel Godard, and he is he's a voice talent. He's the voice of the former show Late Night with Conan O'Brien. He's comedic, hilarious. You've done all kinds of voicey things. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Great, and great to meet you. It's
Good to meet you.
It's a wonderful day here. I want to ask you. So, what got you into Conan? What was it like working there? How did you do it?
I had been on staff at NBC. They don't have staff announcers anymore. Actually, I had heard when I was in Japan 20 years previous that the networks were going to get rid of their staff announcers, and they did, but not before I got in 7 years of licks as a staff announcer at NBC. And then
so you've been with NBC for quite some time.
Oh yes, I spent a total of 25 years there, counting the show.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but GE came in and bought it, and all the other networks got bought out by corporations, and they exercised their rights that they had obtained in the attrition clause of a contract signed back in the late '60s with AFTRA. That's the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. Can you say that really fast?
Wait, say it again.
The American Federation of Television and Radio Artists.
The American Federation of Radio and Television Artists.
Very good.
That's a tongue twister. We'll put that on the screen so you folks can practice at home.
You did that very well.
Thank you.
And I recommend it. That's the reason that the unions, that and Screen Actors Guild, that's the reason that I wasn't working for $1.25 an hour, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
So remember that right to work states. So anywho, yeah, I had been on staff for 7 years.
Okay.
And then they just started laying off people. They laid off all of us.
Layoff season.
And within a month or two, I picked up on a per diem basis. They started bringing me in occasionally. They were still using some live stuff, and then Dateline NBC started, and I was the first announcer they had for 15 months. And during May of that year, I heard about this guy named Conan O'Brien. Not Conan, thank you.
Right. Some people say Conan.
Yes.
Right.
And just as, the guy who wrote about the great detective Sherlock Holmes, his name was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Right.
Not Conan Doyle.
That sounds weird.
Right. So apparently
Conan.
Conan
It sounded almost New Jersey or something like that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And Conan is a UK name, as you would know.
Right. Of course. So. Yes.
So anyway, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote that. Now, why did I say that? What am I talking about here? I don't recall.
We're talking about how you got involved in Conan and the show.
Yeah, so I heard about this guy named Conan O'Brien, whoever that was, who was going to be taking over, replacing David Letterman, who had left in a bit of a huff to go to CBS.
Right, I remember that whole debacle or reading about it.
Yeah, and of course I wanted in, and I found out who that was a rumor in the building. I found out early on, and I found out who the producer was, namely Jeff Ross, and I called him a couple of times, and then I sent him, probably back in those days, an audio cassette.
Oh my.
My work, yes.
Audio cassette.
Cassette, yes. I don't think they do that much anymore.
What are those things?
I did it just, it's kind of went this way when I became involved with staff work at NBC. Anyway, I contacted him and reminded him just often enough not to be a pest, and
Oh, there's like that fine line, right? You don't want to call like every hour on the hour.
That's right. And yet often enough that they
right, that they kind of say, oh yeah.
So then we did
Jolie guy
10 test shows, and they gave me 5 of them, so we knew we were onto something. And I won the day. And it's a good thing because, like 2 weeks before the test show started, they fired me off of Dateline NBC.
Oh my gosh, that's like last minute.
Yeah. Well, it was right after that exploding truck Well, I evolved into.
That's such an insanely loud voice when you do it.
From New York, it's Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Oh, I love that sound. That's so great. I can't do that. I don't have. I'd be like Late Night with guests. Forget.
Well, your voice is too ballsy, maybe.
Right. I can't project like you can. You've got this amazing projection and energy.
Well, I actually for the Conan stuff. And to a lesser degree, the Macy stuff, I talk about it. Boy, that sounded New York. I didn't even say talk. I talk.
You talk?
I talk.
You're gradually turning New York. By the end of the interview, you'll just be like, get out of here. You're all right. Right. That's British again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm picking up yours, yes.
You turn New Yorkie by the end of the interview. Or British, maybe.
Or British, indeed.
Indeed.